Hope everyone is doing great. Welcome to my channel. Kindly like and subscribe if you are new. In this tutorial, I'm gonna explain what's Power Automate like, how you can use it for everyday tasks or automating something that you manually do. For example, Power Automate is a Microsoft tool, automation tool, which you can use to automate many things. Like for example, in this video, I try to explain it like create an automation to give you better idea. So first of all, when you open Power Automate website, it will look like this. Okay. Then like you can describe your flow and it will create it using Copilot. But if you want to create it manually from the start, click on My Flows and then click on New Flow. In here you can select template like there are a lot of template for many problems already created by Microsoft. Then there is automated cloud flow like flow which run automatically, and there is an instant cloud flow like which run based on let's say you run it manually or any other condition. There are a lot of condition. So let's say we create automatic cloud flow, like we want to create a flow that trigger automatically based on specific trigger. There are a lot of trigger like when response is submitted. This is used when Microsoft form gets submitted. This is used when item is created, like when item get created in SharePoint. Let's use simplest one when file is created in OneDrive. Okay, so this get trigger whenever file get created in the OneDrive. Okay, in the OneDrive folder. So this is the new designer. I prefer using old designer. You can switch by clicking here. And in case this button does not work, like sometimes you click it and it does not switch to the uh, old designer, what you can do is in your URL, set this true to false. When you set this true to false, it will reload and switch to the old designer. First use the button. If button does not work, sometimes it works, sometimes it does not work, then you just simply modify your URL to switch to the old designer. I prefer using old designer as at a moment new designer is a little difficult to use, and there are a few things that are not available in the new designer. So I am going to use trigger when like file is created in the folder, like I need to choose folder. For this, I created this Power Automate trigger folder in the OneDrive. So I will choose this folder. Like it asking me to like trigger work based on which folder. So for this, I am going to choose this. So whenever file get added to this folder, this get trigger. Okay, this is useful. Let's say you want to you can also include subfolder, like if there are subfolder and file get added to that subfolder, this get trigger. For now, let's keep it default. So for now, let's say whenever file is created, you want to send that file as attachment to an email. Let's say like a new file get added. Let's send email. Okay. So let's say you put the email address here. Okay. And then in here you put the subject. Let's say you say file name added to folder. Okay, this will automatically pick the name of file that got added here, and then in the body you can specify uh, anything you want, like it's up to you what you want to specify in the body. So let's say you want to add that file as attachment. What you need to do is basically click on plus icon above it, like we need to get that file content before sending email. So click on this and then search for get file content. Okay, use this get file content. Now it's asking for file identifier. Okay, when you click here, a dynamic content appear. When file is created, is also providing us with the file content, file identifier. Click on it. Now, whenever file is created, this get triggered. This give us the file content, and we can send email. Okay. Let's say I want to send that file as an attachment. In here, I need to put attachment name. For the attachment name, it is same as file name. Okay. And for the attachment content, we get the file content, the output of this action. Okay. So how this work is basically whenever file is created, this get triggered. It get the file content of the new file that get created or added to folder and send it as attachment. So let's test it. To test, we first need to save it. Okay, now it got saved. Now we can test it by clicking here, like we are testing it manually. Uh, so click on the manually and click on test. When you do this, it will wait for the file to be added, like it's right now waiting for the file to get added. And let's say if we add file into this folder, file got added here. So now if we go back to flow, right now it's waiting. After some time it will get triggered. As you can see, your flow runs successfully. It get triggered. If this shows, this means that our flow worked correctly. And if we go to the folder, to the email, if we go to the email, we can like get a new email as an attachment. Okay, as you can see here, it's showing sample.pdf added to folder, like name of the file and then added to the folder. And here it is the PDF file.